everyone, welcome to yet another episode of the Statesman Talk. Today we have with us Mr. Sanjay Kulshrestha. He's the chairman of HUDCO. Welcome to Statesman, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for inviting HUDCO here.
And how are you feeling today, sir?
Very nice, very good. It's a pleasant place to be here.
So before we get to the formal part of the interview, I would really like to know what is your philosophy for life?
There are two philosophies that I generally follow. पहली philosophy तो ये है कि जो आप अपने लिए चाहते हो वो दूसरों को दो. आप अपने आप बहुत satisfied life आगे जियोगे. And second philosophy is that कि everything is temporary. So जो भी आज है वो कल change होने वाला है. तो जो भी आप कर रहे हो प्रेजेंट में फुलेस्ट रहो अपना और जो डिलीवरी दे सकते हो अच्छी तरीके से काम करो. बहुत ही सिंपल फिलॉसफी है मेरी. बहुत ज़्यादा कुछ.
That's a beautiful. I think अगर हम इस कंसेप्ट को अपना लाइफ मंत्रा बना लेते हैं, that nothing is permanent in life. I think life would be very beautiful and a happy one, isn't it? So let's proceed to the studio for a more formal part now. Sir, to begin with, the central government Viksit Bharat 2047 का बहुत ज़्यादा प्रचार कर रही है. In fact, all the ministries are working towards it. When we speak about HUDCO, it has the role of housing and infrastructure sectors. How critical do you think the role of HUDCO is in achieving that Viksit Bharat 2047 dream?
See, Government of India has a very comprehensive plan of creating Viksit Bharat, and continually we are working to create that kind of infrastructure. So once I talk about the Government of India, it is the commitment towards the policy, it is commitment toward the capital expenditure.
Okay.
So government is providing all facilitating environment and ecosystem for the states to create that kind of infrastructure. Not only with the states the government is engaged, but also government is creating the aspirations of our 140 billion peoples. So now the drivers are across the country. We are the drivers of the infrastructure requirement in the country. So the government is working from two sides. One is from the demand side, and one is from the supply side. So both the balancing of both these things are required. And there are specific plans starting from the housing, which I think is a epitome of the infrastructure, which gives us the social security, safety, education, lights, children's welfare, families, society, then the nations, and then the world. So everything is being created from the house, and HUDCO is in the epicenter since we are into the housing. From the starting, as our name suggests, we are into the housing. We had expanded from housing, beyond housing, we are into the infrastructure and all subcategories of the infrastructure. So I think HUDCO is positioned very well. It is at the right place at the right time.
Okay.
It is supported by the policy measures. It is supported by the commitment. It is supported by the aspirations of the people. So HUDCO will play definitely a very pivotal role, not only as a lender, financer, but also as a consultant, as a capacity building institution. So since Government of India holds 75%, so it is our responsibility towards our owners also, that is the Government of India, that this responsibility has to be catered in the line which requires the fulfillment of the Government of India.
So what is the role of HUDCO playing in various missions of Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, such as Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation, Smart Cities Mission? And how much do you think that these missions help in HUDCO's growth?
See, whatever Government of India decides on the infrastructure, directly or indirectly, HUDCO is benefited. I am very sure that with PMAY 1.0, we had landed around 43,000 crores to the states. It's a profitable business for us. At the same time, it is a social responsibility for the company, because it's a seed capital for HUDCO. Because once house is created, then the state will plan the necessary infrastructure, be it road or water or sewage or the power or energy. So everything is around the housing. So once this seed is cultivated from the Government of India, we will get another set of business from the state governments.
Okay.
So other than the PMAY, we have been associated with the Atal Amrit City Yojana. We had also been associated with the Swachh Bharat mission. We are also associated with the metro as a lender. In some of the schemes like Amrit City or Smart City, we are also working as a consultant to the state governments, and we are hand-holding in terms of, say, preparation of the DPRs. We are also extending our support to look at the impact and the quality monitoring side also. So we are actually homogeneously creating that kind of ecosystem wherein the state government and the central government on the policy front will come on the same page. So we are becoming a bridge between these things. So, and we are facilitating the states that they will get all the incentive and all the benefits which are enshrined in these kind of Government of India initiatives.
So you just said that, you are benefiting in the long run with all these missions and projects. So
Sure.
recently, HUDCO has also approved a loan of 11,000 crore to Andhra Pradesh Development Authority. So can you share a few details about the agreement?
I think we are on the growth path, and every state is competing with other state. You may have seen that how Karnataka or Maharashtra or Gujarat and Tamil Nadu and UP, Rajasthan, every state is competing to create a very sustainable kind of infrastructure. And in this line, Honorable Chief Minister of AP, he has visioned this kind of new capital, and HUDCO is very happy to associate with this kind of initiatives. And HUDCO alone is not associated. The World Bank is there, the ADB is there, and Government of India is facilitating these kind of multilateral institutes to create value and the wealth for the states. And this will be a very sustainable kind of habitation that we are discussing with the states. Lot of sectors are there. There will not be any slum. It will be you can say, a very sustainable net zero kind of slum-free city. The water management will be there. The air management will be there. Waste management will be there. The energy management will be there. Rainwater harvesting will be across the city. Data centers will be locally there. So I think whatever we are discussing, you will see within 5 years of the time that city will be created. And the infrastructure is already started coming up there. Roads are there, sectors are already there, land has been taken by the state government, and this is only the first kind of experiment where there is no litigation on the land acquisition, and voluntarily the farmers has given their land to the state government. So this is an experiment of first of its kind. I am very hopeful that it will get its success within 5 years of the time.
Sir, abhi aapne mentioned kiya that the states are competing with each other when it comes to smart cities and all.
True.
And since HUDCO is in the center of all this, how does it plan to integrate smart city initiatives with sustainable and affordable housing solutions? And what is HUDCO's role in green housing and environmentally sustainable urban development? I think this is a very hot topic these days, that everybody wants to have not only smart cities but also sustainable cities that do not hamper the green cover of the city.
Smart City 1.0, the project is already completed and around 1 lakh crores का इन्वेस्टमेंट कंट्री में हो चुका है. मल्टीपल लेयर्स में इस तरीके की स्मार्ट सिटीज़ डेवलप की गई हैं. Generally, if I say कि what is the definition of smart, there is no specific definition of the smart. So there is no definition of the smart city as well. But in a common sense, we understand the smart is communicative. Who communicate well, who present well, that is a smart thing. Maybe a person or maybe a device.
Okay.
So we define it like that, and there are a lot of initiatives, and very successfully some cities are created. In some sectors also that has been created. In transport also it has been already done, and 1 lakh crores investment has been gone into this sector. And now we can see there are a lot of CCTVs, lot of command controls are there, lot of traffic management is there. So all these things are there, but it may not be visible directly to the peoples that what is going and what kind of investment Government of India is doing. But if you see the traffic of, say, Connaught Place, it is so seamless that we understand if the traffic is increasing, the traffic lights are adjusting. So all these things are coming to the smart city only. As you had rightly said, now we have to create the sustainably smart cities in our country. So this work is already started. 100 new cities will be very, very soon coming up, and Honorable Finance Minister in the recent budget has announced that 100 cities will be coming. At the same time, we are taking care of the industrial workers also, because a lot of industries are required, a lot of industrial corridors are required, a lot of markets are required, because Once we talk about the cities, we have to talk about the citizens also. Until and unless we will give them the sustainable home, smart home, the cities cannot be created. So now we had started talking about the new kind of innovative technology in the construction materials, the sustainable kind of solutions. And it is not only the cost or time of the construction, it is the sustainability that matters. And I think these kind of things are going and percolating across the country, and now people are discussing that how to go for, say, energy efficient or energy conservation kind of layouts or drawings in their houses, so that the natural light, natural airs will be there, ACs will not required up to, say, up to the month of March, or lights may not be switched on when the sun is there. So all these things we are discussing. Government has came out with the solar rooftop scheme also, PM Surya Ghar scheme, which is one of a brainstorming kind of scheme, where the honorable Prime Minister wants that every house will be the generator of the electricity. So
They'll generate their
so
own electricity.
it is, I think, you see what is the extent of sustainability that we are talking, and we are practicing. Government is giving and extending highest level of subsidies, so that people should adopt these kind of things.
Sir, आपने अभी बात की that there's going to be a lot of migration with the smart cities coming up, and more than I think global migration, हमारे इंडिया में local migration ही बहुत हो रही है because of the work and of course education and different other reasons. People are coming to cities to stay, which also leads to another problem, that is the rents.
True.
So do you think HUDCO has a roadmap to support rental housing models in urban areas, and to address the problems of these migrants who are coming to the big cities, or especially the low income groups that are coming?
Yes, migration is happening. A lot of rate of urbanization is very high. But at the same time, Government of India is working with the rural sector also. Okay. Because there are some industries which needs to be at the doorstep of the agriculture. We want the market has to be created then and there only, and all the facilities जो आपको शहरों में मिलती हैं वो गांव में भी मिले, वो भले ही 24 घंटे की पावर सप्लाई हो, या रोड कनेक्टिविटी हो, या इंटरनेट कनेक्टिविटी हो. All these things are worked out, and to the extent we had been successfully able to control that pace of the urbanization. So all the infrastructure needs to be created in the rural side also. And regarding the urban side also, yes, the rate of urbanization is high. Lot of investment is required for urban infrastructure. Government is well aware of that, and lot of exercise had already been done, and because of that, Government of India has came out with the Urban Challenge Fund also, which is, I think, the biggest intervention of the Government of India.
Yes, sir.
So I think all the stakeholders led by government understand this fact. It is not the pace of urbanization that everybody should come to the urban side, but we want that the rural side also get developed and get the facility in line with the urban population.
सर, अभी आपने अर्बन चैलेंज फंड की बात की, सो रिसेंटली बजट में भी इसका 1 लाख करोड़ का इम्प्लीमेंटेशन आया है, दैट द गवर्नमेंट इज वर्किंग टुवर्ड्स इट. How do you see this to make a difference to present city models that are already existing? How HUDCO's role is going to be in that?
देखिए, इसमें दो तरीके के शहर हैं जिनकी हम बात कर रहे हैं. गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने बहुत बड़ा इनिशिएटिव लिया है. Once we talk about the subsidy of 1 lakh crores, then it's at least 4x, because this is only 25%. So we are actually talking about 4 lakh crores intervention.
Okay.
So the 1 lakh crore will be going from the government of India. 1 lakh crores will come from state government put together.
Okay.
And 2 lakh crores will come from a public-private partnerships or HAM model kind of things. So this is one of the biggest intervention in urban affairs that the government has taken. इस 50% में जो बचा हुआ है, 50% तो सब्सिडी आ गई भारत सरकार से और राज्य सरकार से, 50% में आपको बैंकेबल प्रोजेक्ट बनाना है. So once I talk about the bankability in water sector and the sewage sector, which is very hard to understand कि साहब ये आएगी कैसे bankability, तो गवर्नमेंट इसके ऊपर विचार कर रही है, सारे स्टेक होल्डर्स से बात कर रही है, एंड HUDCO इज़ द एजेंसी जो ऐसी नोट्स को आइडेंटिफाई करेगी. विद इन HUDCO हमारा ऐसा मानना है कि इसकी बैंकेबिलिटी आ सकती है. और जब हमने इसको सोचना शुरू किया, तो वी हैड सीन दैट वी हैव टू ब्लेंड दिस वाटर एंड सीवेज सेक्टर विद सम land monetization, or metro nodes also has to be created, because government has metro commitments also. So all these things can be made as a project to become the bankability. and I'm sure that the bankability will come. And now we had started talking about not water or sewage. Actually, it is starting from the water accounting.
All
कि
right.
पानी जहाँ से चलता है वो किस एफिशिएंसी से डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो रहा है और उसमें कितनी बिजली लग रही है. अगर इसको हम एनर्जी एफिशिएंट बना देंगे तो वी कैन सेव लॉट ऑफ एनर्जी विच विल कट डाउन लॉट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल.
Okay.
It will make it bankable. So all these things are being discussed with the stakeholders. At the same time, sewage is there, so we have to discuss the sewage treatment plants also. We have to
जी.
discuss the brown water economy also. So ये सारी चीज़ों को put together करने के बाद ही we will talk about the bankability. And as we all know, हमारी city काफ़ी पुरानी है, and we had not gone through a planned kind of urbanization. तो वाटर मैनेजमेंट या सीवेज मैनेजमेंट से इवन सीवेज लाइन भी बहुत जगह पर नहीं है.
जी.
तो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का ये इनिशिएटिव विल गो वेरी लॉन्ग इन सीवेज मैनेजमेंट और वाटर मैनेजमेंट, इवन फॉर द एयर मैनेजमेंट, बिकॉज जिस तरीके से सीवेज आपका शहरों में पड़ा रहता है और उससे आपकी एयर पॉल्यूट हो रही है, आपका पानी सही तरीके से यूज़ नहीं हो पा रहा. इन सभी चीज़ों को अगर हम सही तरीके से यूज़ करने के लिए अगर पीपीपी मॉडल लेके आएंगे तो आई एम श्योर दैट इट विल बी एन बैंकेबल प्रोजेक्ट.
All right. So are you proposing some kind of model? Is
Yes,
this a model that is
we
in
are
works?
discussing with our government.
राइट राइट. सर आपने स्टार्टिंग में बात की थी गवर्नमेंट की जितनी पॉलिसीज आती हैं दे आर टूवर्ड्स फुलफिलिंग द एस्पिरेशंस ऑफ पीपल.
True.
पर आजकल डिस्पाइट बहुत सारी गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स आई हैं, बट डिस्पाइट दैट देर आर अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल स्पेशली फ्रॉम द लो इनकम ग्रुप जो आज तक अपना घर नहीं बना पाए हैं या घर नहीं खरीद पाए हैं. So, what is your take on that? What do you think that HUDCO can do to bridge this gap?
See, सबसे पहले तो मैं PMAY की बात करूँगा.
जी.
ये एक अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग स्कीम है जो अफोर्डेबल सेक्टर्स के लिए क्रिएट की जा रही है. 70% घर हमारे बेनिफिशरी खुद बनाते हैं. बेनिफिशरी लेड कंस्ट्रक्शन के लिए इसमें 1.5 लाख रुपए की सब्सिडी रखी गई है. PMAY 1 में, PMAY 1.0 में भी इस तरीके का गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने इनिशिएटिव लिया था. अंडर PMAY 2.0 1 crore विल कम फॉर द अर्बन सेक्टर एंड 2 crore हाउस विल कम फॉर द रूरल सेक्टर. 3 करोड़ घरों की हम बात कर रहे हैं. आज भारत में करीब 25 करोड़ घर हैं. 3 करोड़ आप मान लीजिए 10% से ज़्यादा का इंटरवेंशन की बात की जा रही है. एट द सेम टाइम इसके अलावा भी जो घर हैं जो अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग ऑन रेंट क्रिएट किया जाएगा या अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग ऑन पार्टनरशिप क्रिएट किए जाएंगे और इंटरेस्ट सब्सिडी सबवेंशन की भी स्कीम्स आ गई हैं. तो इन सबको अगर आप मिला लें तो जो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी बात करते हैं कि हर सर के ऊपर एक छत होनी चाहिए, तो मुझे लगता है कि 5 साल में बहुत सारी चीज़ें हम फुलफ़िल कर चुके होंगे. एट द सेम टाइम रियल इस्टेट में जिस तरीके से बूम आ रहा है, हर आदमी अपने आप को अपने लिए घर लेना चाहता है. तो HUDCO ने एक इनिशिएटिव स्टार्ट किया है जिसको हम अभी स्टडी कर रहे हैं कि किस तरीके से हम लो रेंटर हाउसिंग स्कीम्स को क्रिएट कर पाएंगे. और जो बड़े बड़े शहरों के लिए लाइक वर्किंग वुमेन हॉस्टल बनाने हों, गिग वर्कर्स के लिए कॉलोनीज बनानी हों, या इकोनॉमिकली वीकर सेक्शंस के लिए बनाने हों, या फिर इसको क्रॉस सब्सिडाइज कराना हो हायर इनकम ग्रुप या मिडिल इनकम ग्रुप के साथ. तो ये सारी चीज़ों पे हम काम कर रहे हैं. कुछ स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स के साथ हमारी बात चल भी रही है. एंड वेरी सून यू विल सी कि वी विल कम आउट विद सम गुड रेंटल प्रपोजिशन विच and a part of money will be coming from the government of India as a subsidy. A part will come from the state government and land will be provided by the municipal corporation, and we will create a sustainable habitation which will be available for not only for the economically weaker section but for the as a women's hostels will be there or studio apartments will be there. And we will be creating very soon.
Okay, I think that's a great initiative, sir. So just related to the question that I asked, so what do you think are the biggest challenges in providing affordable housing in India, and how is HUDCO addressing them?
I think challenge itself has been taken care by Government of India through the PMAY 2.0 scheme, and a lot of support, policy support as well as the financial support has been provided to the states to create that kind of housing. But at the same time, I think the availability of the land and land regulation across the states need to be more friendly to create that kind of housing, and single window approvals needs to be required from the states to expedite these kind of projects.
So HUDCO has financed several urban development projects. How do you ensure that these projects cater to the needs of marginalized communities rather than just benefiting real estate tycoons or the people, associated with the real estate?
We are not funding that kind of projects, so which will be only explicitly benefiting the higher income groups. So what we are financing highways, we are financing connected roads, we are financing seaways or water under Jal Jeevan Mission, multimodal corridors, metros.
Okay.
So we are not our target audience is the society, and we are only working for the society. All our financial models, be it from the green energy or towards the say solar park creations or some highways creations, everything is surrounded, and the impact audience will remain the society.
So recently, HUDCO's shares dropped by over 11% after the government cut PM Awas Yojana urban budget by nearly 10,000 crore. So do you think that such move by the government is going to hamper the organization in the longer run?
I think this is a misnomer. So you had given me the right opportunity to create this misnomer. See, it was only a budget which
Ji.
was announced. There is a revised budget also. Government upfront in February has talked that this much of PMAY allotment is there, because finally government is not into the implementation.
Okay.
But the total scheme, if you see, it is ranging up to 12 lakh crores. Government is committed to provide this 12 lakh crores across 5 years. But if the pace of the project is very high, the government will revise its budgets. But since the housing policies are under progress at multiple layers of the states, the scheme was announced way back in October. No state has came to take that amount. So
Okay.
I think it is prudent that where the works are going on, that budget should be utilized first in that sector. And when the demand will come from this sector, government will, because finally they will revise in third quarter of the year. So last year also there was less budget which was disbursed. The state has not able to utilize. So we need to enhance our capacity absorption plans also at the state level. We need to create good contractors. We need to create a single window approvals for the builders. So all these things are required to be done at the state. Government of India is continuously pursuing that this needs to be done, and we need that before 5 years the housing has to be created. So budget is not a problem. So continuously our deficits are improving, foreign currency deficit is improving. So I think we are on a right path. Deficits are continuously reducing. So budget will not be a problem for PMAY 2.0.
Right. But sir, do you have a backup that in future if such kind of policies come up, how do you avoid the losses or help recover?
It has not made any loss to us. We had not factored. It is not, the money is not coming to us. That's what my point is. The subsidy is going to the states only. HUDCO is not getting any fund from the government of India. Rather, we are supporting, our borrowing is directly from the markets only. We are not getting this fund to the HUDCO. It is going to the states only.
So in the end, I'd like to ask you that what are HUDCO's top priorities for the next 5 years in terms of urban housing and infrastructure development?
I think starting from the housing will remain our priority, because we always understand that we are more responsible towards creation of the affordable housing, and to take the PMAY 2.0 forward. Then, since we are a commercial institution also, and we need to take care of other infrastructure, we will remain committed towards the mobility, new cities development, green energy, that is energy transition, and we are also like to look into the airports or port sectors. So regarding infrastructure, we doesn't have any favorite, because each and every state has different type of requirement at different point of time. So we will be there with the state. If Maharashtra needs a multimodal corridor, we are there. If Rajasthan needs Jal Jeevan Mission, we are also there. If Bihar needs some Ganga Expressway, we are also there. So sector is not specific. We are working in a very non-restrictive kind of environment, just to create and see that whatever the visions of the government of Viksit Bharat, it should come upon.
So this was Mr. Sanjay Kulshrestha for all of you. Thank you so much, sir, for being part of the show.
Thank you so much,
Wishing
madam.
you all
Thank
the
you so
best,
much
sir.
for inviting and having faith in HUDCO.
Right.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir.